parasites, vermin are they, adherent to thee by vice of heredity, or of environment, or of evil training. And of all these things the subtlest and most terrible, enemies without pity, destructive to thy will, and a menace and tyranny even to thyself, are the ideals and standards of the slave gods, false religion, false ethics, even false science. On the law of motion, de lege motus. Consider, my son, that word in the choral key of the 30 ethers. Behold the face of your God, the beginning of comfort, whose eyes are the brightness of the heavens, which provided you for the government of the earth, and her unspeakable variety. And again, let there be no creature upon her or within her the same. All her members, let them differ in their qualities, and let there be no creature equal with another. Here also is the voice of true science, crying aloud, variation is the key of evolution. Thereunto art cometh the third, perceiving beauty in the harmony of the diverse. Know then, O my son, that all laws, all systems, all customs, all ideals and standards which tend to produce uniformity, being in direct opposition to nature's will to change and to develop through variety, are accursed. Do thou with all thy might of manhood strive against these forces, for they resist change, which is life, and thus they are of death. On the laws against motion, de legibus contra motum. Say not in thine haste that such stagnations are unity, even as the last victory of thy free will is unity. For thy will moveth through free function according to its particular nature, to that end of dissolution of all complexities, and the ideals and standards are attempts to halt thee on that way, although for thee some certain ideal be upon thy path. Yet for thy neighbor it may not be so. Set all men a horseback, thou speedest the foot soldier upon his way, indeed. But what hast thou done to the birdman? Thou must have simple laws and customs to express the general will, and so prevent the tyranny or violence of a few, but multiply them not. Now then, herewith I will declare unto thee the limits of the civil law upon the rock of the law of Thelema, on the common need, de necessitate communi. Understand first that the disturbers of the peace of mankind do so by reason of their ignorance of their own true wills. Therefore, as this wisdom of mine increaseth among mankind, the false will to crime must come constantly more rare. Also, the exercise of our freedom will cause men to be born with less and ever less affliction from that disease of spirit, which breedeth their false wills. But in the while of waiting for this perfection, thou must by law assure to every man a means of satisfying his bodily and his mental needs, leaving him free to develop any superstructure in accordance with his will, and protecting him from any that may seek to deprive him of these vertebral rights. There shall be therefore a standard of satisfaction, though it must vary in detail with race, climate, and other such conditions. And this standard shall be based upon a large interpretation of facts, biological, physiological, and the like. On the freedom of the body, de libertate corporis.